Travis, Joey, Pedro, and Glenn are 4 guys that are obviously fans of baseball, and they wanted to get out and see all these baseball stadiums. So these 4 guys, over beers on Thanksgiving, decided they would try and go to 30 ballparks in 30 days. You guys are videotaping the whole thing. You're going to do a documentary.
I want to go. I think this is so amazing to just go and do something that you love like that.
You can go.
Joey, Pedro, Glenn, and myself all met at work. We all shared a passion for baseball, and that was our bond.
My passion for baseball started as a child. I played a little as a kid, and I grew up watching it.
I grew up playing Little League in East Falls. It's just like a few blocks from where I live. Wasn't ever very good, but I had fun playing.
I remember my dad taking me to first Phillies game, old Connie Mack Stadium, North Philadelphia. Just going into the ballpark and hearing all the sounds, the vendors, and smelling the hot dogs and the cigars. And all that goes with the whole feeling of going to the ballpark.
Baseball was a part of my childhood. I played not too much, but a little bit. I was much better at watching baseball than I was at playing it.
I had never really been anywhere farther west than Pittsburgh before. And this trip was really my chance to get out and just see the country.
I've always wanted to do something like this. It's just like, how often you get a chance to do something like this? And, you know, be with friends, it makes it just that much better.
For the next 30 days, this would be our new home, a 2009 Toyota Sienna. We call her the Van Bino.
I'm a big fan of Jack Kerouac's On the Road book, so for me this is a chance to hit the road.
Glenn, are you ready?
I'm ready to go. I'm ready. Been waiting all night, haven't got much sleep, I'm ready to go.
We're packed, we're looking good, the van looks good, and we're just ready to rock and roll here.
Gonna be tired by the night.
How are you, Travis? How you
Am I
feeling?
ready? I'm ready. Ready as I'll ever be. Got the trip on 0, and we'll see where we're at when we come back. Our route was a chaotic one. We could only visit a park when the team was playing at home, so we had to plan our route accordingly, which is why we had to make 2 trips to Chicago and 2 to Texas. 2 rules for the trip. 1, we had to see a game in each ballpark to make it official. 1 rainout could spell disaster. And rule number 2, we had to drive the whole way. No flying, no trains, just us, the Van Bino, and 18,000 miles of road.
We weren't messing around right from the start. Our first day, and it was a doubleheader day.
We left our home in Philly early because our first game of the day was at 1 o'clock in Citi Field in Flushing.
This is a Met thing right here.
Who's your favorite?
Man, that's awesome. No video cameras allowed in Citi Field, but we still got some great pictures. The Mets game ended at 4:30. Then it was back down the Jersey Turnpike for a second game of the day, the 7 o'clock first pitch at Citizens Bank.
I didn't tell you my dream. It was pretty vivid too. After Fenway, you told us to take you back.
Take me back what? You mean home?
Yeah.
By the time we got to Citizens Bank, our friends had gathered in Lot K for a send-off tailgate.
Hey, this is Tom.
Hey, man.
Nice to meet you.
How's it going? Nice to meet you too.
Tom and I go way back. This is my class picture from kindergarten. There's me, and there's Tom.
He's in the shrubbery.
Dude, he's after Boston, I think he's in trouble.
That was my dream. We call that Fire Island. There's Glenn. Get Glenn.
I got him.
This
I got
is
him.
Glenn on Fire Island with the wife. Everybody has a significant other. At the time, Travis and myself, we didn't. But Pedro and Glenn did. So you know how you get a call from your significant other, you don't want to be all mushy in front of everybody, so you go off on your own. When you go off on your own, you're going off to Fire Island. Glenn would really, from the start of the trip, we knew something was up because he was on Fire Island a lot. What are you, you're on Fire Island already, huh? Fire Island started. Stop number 2. Listen back. Each park has its own signature food, and this was kind of like a goal that we set in our minds that we were going to try all the food.
And we started with the Schmitter in Philly. Culinary perfection that includes grilled salami, steak, and fried onions between layers of cheese and tomatoes sandwiched together on a Kaiser roll. Delicious.
Sorry, guys.
You're doing the right thing.
Sorry? Hey, do what you gotta do.
You're doing the right thing.
I like it.
Oh, you getting this too? All right, brother.
Hey,
All right.
you know, you're doing, this is good. It's good what you're doing. All right,
I will keep up with you guys.
I'll be texting.
I'll
Text
text
back. All right, good.
All right. All right. Safe trip, guys. See you.
Losing Glenn was kind of a blow.
I didn't think it was real. I was like, wait a minute, this is really happening? Because, I mean, we had just started. I feel like we all had something to bring to the table, and we lost something there that could have been very valuable. That was a really hard hit for us.
My dream, I knew it. This is exactly what happened in my dream. After that, I wasn't about to tell Travis any more of my dreams.
Start to our day number 2. Now that we don't have Glenn, there's a little more room for us to kind of spread out and, you know, put our belongings in the car top carrier in the back of the van. And now here we go. The van's looking nice. How's it going?
Yeah, it's done.
It's done?
It's done, bro.
All right, cool.
Third stadium down, 27 more to go.
I don't know what it is about these New York ballparks, but Yankee Stadium didn't allow video cameras either.
What do you guys think of the new park? The new park is awesome. Yeah, I like the way there's more open air space in the new park. Not knocking the old one, but I like the new one a little bit better.
So much of baseball is about tradition, and this is theirs. Playing wiffle ball in the shadows of Yankee Stadium after a home game.
There it is! Ah! Oh, there it is! Whoa!
We went to Yankee games all the time. I missed David Wells' perfect game because my boss wanted to go golfing. It was my birthday, and he goes, what do you want for your birthday? I go, well, let's go to Yankee Stadium, we'll see the Yankees. And he goes, nah, let's go golfing. We'll go to a new course open in New Jersey. So we went golfing. We got in the car and we heard the last out at David Wells' perfect game. And that was what I wanted for my birthday, but he talked me into golf.
Meeting Bob introduced us to a whole culture of people I never heard of, but was accidentally a part of. They call themselves ballpark chasers, and they make it their life goal to see all the ballparks. Like us, Bob was also doing a tour of all the Major League ballparks.
The ballparks are all different. You can go to a football stadium, and if you didn't see the name on the stadium, you wouldn't know what stadium you're at because they look exactly alike. And you got a 100-yard field, everything's the same. And that's what just makes baseball, every ballpark has a distinctive feel to it. Like when you're at Fenway, you get out of the car, you start walking up, and it's just got an energy to it.
Red Sox Nation, you can feel it. The electricity here is unreal. We're looking forward to getting inside the park. The best thing about Fenway is an introduction to baseball and history. It lives and breathes in Fenway Park. You're actually in history. It's everything baseball was meant to be.
You step into Fenway and it's like a time warp.
Sitting on those seats was so cool. I mean, they're old and wooden, and where we were sitting, actually, we weren't even facing home plate. We were facing right field. So, I mean, that just adds something that, like, no other park has. People have been sitting there since, like, what, 1912? That's pretty cool.
If you're a baseball fan, I mean, that really is your mecca.
More than traffic jams and car troubles, the one thing that concerned me above all else was the weather. If a game were to get rained out, it'd be impossible for us to make it up. Just like when we were here, at the oldest ballpark in America, when we visited just a few weeks before the trip. We knew we were taking a huge risk by starting this trip in April, but it was the only time the schedule allowed. So right now it's 9:42 p.m. on April 20th, Monday, and we're driving back from Boston. Let's hope the weather stays on our side, and we'll see how we do in D.C. and Baltimore tomorrow. So we'll keep our fingers crossed that works out okay.
Orioles are playing Chicago White Sox after just getting swept by the Boston Red Sox, so we're going to try on another pair of hose. This is a great park. This is an absolute great park. What a lot of people may not know is it's sort of set the trend for all the new parks. You'll hear the term Camdenized a lot. Well, it means it came from Camden Yards. So, yeah, it's awesome. It's a great ballpark. Before every Orioles home game, they cut off the street right here. It's Washington Boulevard. It's right behind the stadium, right behind the left field wall. Cheap drinks, good times.
Got my crab cake with the dog in my pocket. Got my brew.
It's getting ready to rain.
After hearing the weather report, I thought we were screwed. I thought Baltimore DC was going to get canceled.
If a game does get rained out, like, I don't know what we would do. How are we going to figure out how to get back to that stadium during the 30 days? I mean, is that even possible? Hopefully, let's cross our fingers, there won't be any rain.
Well, we got a delay, my friends. It's the worst thing that could have happened.
We were pretty worried that we weren't going to make it to see the Nationals play on time because of the rain delay.
As you can see, not looking too great out there. It's coming down pretty hard now. That wouldn't be a big deal, but the key is to make the Washington game tonight. So I don't know what we do if we lose both these games today. .705 Atlanta, Washington delayed. White Sox at Baltimore delayed also. So we're both delayed. We're just gonna wait this out, and it could just be a late night and a rough drive, but rip it, whatever it takes. tonight. Severe thunderstorm warning expires at 7:30, and the rain's actually already lightening up, so I think they might actually squeeze this one in.
They did squeeze it in. We couldn't stay long. We were late to DC for a Nationals game that was already underway, so we had to move fast.
Okay, we gotta find 295 South. We knew we had to get from Baltimore to DC quick.
Anytime we need to get somewhere fast, we threw Pedro behind the wheel.
Take it over, Tom.
Yo, go.
Oh. Go.
He ended up driving down the median of the highway.
Dude, put your seatbelt on!
A little late, but better late than never, right?
It was cold, it was rainy, we were miserable, but we just hung together, and with luck, we were able to get it done.
Ben's chili bowl.
Oh, beautiful.
See that? Chili.
Ben's chili bowls.
Let's see the aftermath of Pedro's near collision.
Oh, what the My God. Okay. All right, Pedro. That's how it's gonna be, huh?
I'm lucky they were still alive. They let me drive. That wasn't a very smart thing to do.
Today is our second doubleheader day in a row. A 1 o'clock game in Pittsburgh, then off to Cleveland for a 7 o'clock game.
You guys going to the game?
Yes, sir.
This water taxi is a little known Pittsburgh secret. It takes you down to PNC Park.
Getting a cold one in for breakfast on the old water taxi.
It's good.
Yeah, I'm beat.
Oh man, it's nasty.
Well, we made it to PNC Park. Tarp is on the field again. We can be in Cleveland by 7. But look at the view. Joey's ready. Joey's hungry.
Luckily, the sun did come out, and the game started on time.
Oh. Look at that.
Merged.
Probably me.
Oh, there it is.
Wow, look at that. Came out of nowhere.
And then we got this famous Bertman's original ballpark mustard that we can't stop hearing about.
Whoa.
So we're just gonna go nuts.
Oh, that's nuts.
We're just gonna go nuts.
Delicious, huh? Look at that bite too. Oh my God.
Very good. Not real spicy, yeah. It's nice. They might have a signature food here, but this mustard is, they're not messing around in Cleveland. Here comes the mustard.
Tonight, we drive to Buffalo, so that in the morning we can see Niagara Falls and have only about an hour or so to drive to Toronto. After our first 5 days, we had driven almost 2,000 miles and already had 8 ballparks in the bag. We were soaked from the rain, fatigued from the road, and we needed a bed.
You don't really realize how much you take a bed for granted after you drive all night or sleeping in the van.
Night.
what do we put?
Ready for Toronto?
Ready for Toronto.
Niagara Falls?
Oh yeah. Getting my thermals on right now.
You ever seen the falls before?
No, I never have. Always wanted to.
You ever see a grown man naked?
Guess you know that.
Joe, what do you think?
Unreal. It's unreal.
City, Toronto.
The past 5 games have been rainy and wet, and some were almost canceled. But at the Rogers Center, that would be impossible.
I've been here at ball games when we watched the roof open and enjoyed the game, you know, in the sunshine.
The indoor stadiums, they're beautiful, man. We can hold a lot of people. The atmospheres are really nice in the indoor buildings.
There's no rainouts. You get to come to a ball game.
They say at the Rogers Center, every game is a sunny day.
All right, we're up here in Toronto with the famous loaded footlong. And this thing is no joke. Had a footlong back in New York, but this is pretty intense.
The trip started off with a lot of food, a lot of hot dogs, a lot of candy. But my first real test came in Toronto.
Let's give it a shot here. It's good. Pretty loaded, that's for sure. Oh, mother of God.
Humphrey Bogart once said that a hot dog at the ballpark was better than a steak at the Ritz.
Pretty good chance I'll be riding a porcelain pony all night.
But I don't think he meant that much hot dog.
Around the ballparks in 30 days. That is a great picture, huh?
De-gelled.
Nice, look at the article.
Yo, you and me there, man.
Wow.
Oh,
What's the matter?
he said that we were all single. I'm gonna get in trouble.
Pedro's got some explaining to do.
Yeah.
Fire Island's gonna be hot tonight.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we'll just go for the cheapest ones.
All right, sounds good. They're going to be $14 each.
Okay.
The Nutty Brunette, definitely had a couple of these in my life. Literally.
How do they compare?
They both have a little bit of bite. Oh, we got a single to center. Tavares chucking around second, and he's gonna score! 1-0 Reds. The Skyline Cheese Coney. Looks delicious, smells great. Popular around here, let's give it a shot. Outstanding. Oh, wow. Phenomenal.
Very delicious.
The skies lit up that night in brilliant color, and we stayed around for a bit to enjoy the show before heading out to Chicago.
Park number 10 in the bags. Off to Chicago tonight. A little Chi-Town, a little deep dish, a little sausage. I'm thinking Wrigley I gotta get Cracker Jack. Just dump it all over me. All right, I guess Chicago.
Where the river bends, you know that is where I will be.
Later tonight,
We expect that strong storms, severe storms, possible tornadoes will develop.
1 week in and the storms were still on our heels. This time, the forecast seemed worse than what we had in Baltimore and D.C.
That is really the trigger for the severe weather outbreak.
So this game might not even start.
No, it's going. If it doesn't start, we're screwed.
The rainy in Chicago starts at 4. And it just gets worse.
They're calling for severe storms like tornado watches all throughout the Midwest. These were all the cities we were going to in the next week.
10 down, 20 to go. But the next week is not looking so promising with the rain and the tornadoes. Maybe we can turn this into a Storm Chasers documentary.
They scattered or bullshit. What is scattered? Scattered, yeah.
They just say that.
Say whatever. They say it to stay safe.
Right. If it rains, they're right. If it doesn't, they're right.
They got scattered going from like 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock.
It's win-win for them.
Thanks.
I guess we'll just keep our fingers crossed. Stopped raining right now.
The weathermen effed me. They said I never would drop below 70. It's 52 degrees and windy as
So we stayed warm the best way we knew how.
Oh no, I'm filming this. Can't cheat on the camera. Can't cheat on the camera. Oh.
We're not here because we like the White Sox. We're here because we love the White Sox. Cheers to Chicago. Let's get it right here. Cheers.
We're at beautiful U.S. Cellular Park. But
Better
for
known
the
as
true White
Comiskey.
Sox, Comiskey Park, it's nothing changes. It's still Comiskey Park.
They tore the old park down, but that was a lot of fun. So that was a cool one.
But there was a lot of history, and if you go across to the other side, you can see where the home plate from Old Comiskey is.
We are headed to Gate 5. We're looking for the old home plate of Comiskey Park, where the Sox basically, started it all.
There it is.
Pretty cool. Old Comiskey Park, it really was right here.
The wind picked up and the temperature plummeted, but there was no rain and they got the game in.
Fire Island even appears in the cold. It's freezing out here, but not for Pedro. He's been on Fire Island for a good, probably a good 3 to 4 innings. We'll see. 30 more to go here. Well, 21 more to go, so. Wait, what the hell do we got? 19 more to go. I don't even know where I am. It's whacked and we got a rough night tonight coming.
That's Travis.
Hey, babe.
I haven't put any product in today, obviously. I need a good bronze today.
There's the arch.
It was Sunday in St. Louis, and for the first time in over a week, it was warm and the sun was shining.
The symbol for the Gateway to West, Horace Greeley said, "Go west, young man." You're at the Mississippi River, which is at the base, and across the Mississippi, you're considered west.
Busch Stadium from the arch, 630 feet.
You can feel it sway.
Day game that we were seeing between the Cardinals and the rival Cubs, and we're also meeting up with some ballpark chasers.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Well, this is Pedro.
Hi, Pedro. Nice to meet you, too.
Italian sausage and a stag.
4 stadiums left to do, baseball
Yesterday we ran into a
stadiums.
White Sox fan.
And he has 12. These are pretty much all the stadiums she's been to.
Wow.
I figured that we could just drop them off with you guys and you could finish
Oh,
up.
sure, no problem. We do have the car top carrier.
All right, we're here in St. Louis, Busch Stadium, and we're trying the famous foot-long corn dog. I'm about to load myself with 2 feet of brat and hot dog. I've had corn dogs before in my life, but I'm a virgin to the footlongs. I'm just gonna go old-fashioned style, just grip it and let it rip. See how it goes. It was rough putting it down, but it looks like we have a bite or 2 left. Gonna try to hammer it and give it a shot. A foot long of pure hot dog and foot long of pure hot dog and cornbread, and it's not too bad, but it's going down a little slow. Corn dog and indigestion. This is nuts. After the foot long in Toronto, heart like beating real fast. I don't know. Almost knocked me out. I can remember finishing it and feeling dizzy, feeling weak, but that was just the start.
Jeez.
When I was a little boy, if you look right out here, there's green grass. This used to be the sacred ground of St. Louis Cardinals baseball. Awesome. Best times of my life.
I grew up with the other park. I spent a lot of time in here. We sat in the bleachers a lot and drank a lot of beer. This obviously doesn't have that much tradition because it's new, but the old Busch Stadium did.
I was watching the first crane ball come down and knock down the first bush.
It's gone now, but now we're renewing it.
You got your traditions, but you always have to move forward.
Life's good.
From our coldest day at 43 degrees in Chicago to our hottest day in St. Louis at pushing 90. And as you can see, I'm getting a little pinky here. I did apply, but obviously I got to put a higher grade oil on next time.
That night on our way out of town, we passed a cool looking bar.
Broadway Oyster Bar. Look at this.
How cool that is.
Look at this.
Break that open.
Oh, that's good.
We feasted on crawfish and beer and ended up having to spend the night in St. Louis.
We're about to leave St. Louis for Kansas City, and it's raining. Hopefully the rain holds off for us in Kansas City.
I'm not worried about today. It might get a little cool. It's supposed to be low 60s, but it just said light rain. Nothing serious. All right, nice and easy. Nice and easy.
There's the wise
Get
guy.
the kayak out. Yeah, there's the wise guy here. Nice move. Raining buckets here. We're here in Kansas City, Kauffman Stadium, but we're actually going to go to a Walmart and get a little lube job. It's actually, we're over 3,000 miles. Maintenance light's been on for a little while, so hopefully a nice oil change, a little maintenance check will get the job done here. I say we would just get the works, a high grade oil, you know, whatever it takes. We gotta take care of our baby, our Bambini. Game on? Game on. All right. Sounds good. Somebody's on our side. Another, you know, cloudy, overcast, sloppy day, and we get to the stadium and it's cool out, but you know what? It clears up. Lucky 13.
I've always been a Royals fan, so I've stuck with it all my life. This parking lot I've treasured since I was 3 years old, you know? I mean, just coming through here and meeting with family, getting with friends like we have here now, meeting people like you. That's what I come for. I come get back to my roots and back to traditions.
All right, here at Kauffman Stadium, Kansas City Royals with our What do we got? Our ribeye sandwich here.
Steak stack.
A nice piece of ribeye, barbecue sauce, melted cheese, an onion ring, and mushrooms.
Look at that grease dripping off.
I mean, it's gorgeous. It's flat out gorgeous. I almost don't even want to eat it. It looks so good. Look at the meat's falling off the bun. This is a big bun, too. It's bigger than my hand. And I got pretty big hands. Wow. So good. I'm going to probably grab another one just to rub all over myself. It's so good.
Tonight was the coldest night, I thought.
Yeah, it was pretty cold.
Yeah, because even Chicago, I wasn't...
You know, Fenway was kind of cold. We were like rubbing our chests and stuff.
Lordy, Lordy, feel our temperature rising.
Keep left onto I-70 West, then keep left.
We stretched our legs in Oklahoma. Stopped in Dealey Plaza. Then headed to ballpark number 14.
The park is phenomenal. I imagine any seat in the house you sit is going to be great, but this is just unbelievable. We got stuffed with some hot dogs.
We had some of the original nachos and a couple dogs, and feeling good right now. We're about 20 rows off the field, and we're hoping to catch a foul ball.
Foul ball is the goal.
Who doesn't like coming to a baseball game and having a hot dog and peanuts and watching the game, watching batting practice, watching long fly balls? It's just a good atmosphere, right?
Amp time, possibly the main key to the whole trip. As you can see, arrival time, 12:25 p.m. tomorrow. It's right now 10:39 p.m. today. Ready to rock, whatever it takes, on the road, Minnesota.
Over the next 4 days, we knock out the rest of the ballparks around the Great Lakes, starting in Minneapolis, then going to Milwaukee, Chicago, and then Detroit. But first, we had to drive through the Great Plains, and doing that at night, well, that's hell.
All this road is 100 miles of straight 18-wheeler trucks, nothing on it, not no one finds you out here. It's really no highway. It's all straight kind of back roads, and you're literally in the middle of nowhere. You're driving in the middle of the night, and every scary movie you've seen comes into your mind.
I know Pedro was passed on the back seat for the whole night. I was passed on the front seat for the whole night, and somehow Joey drove the whole entire way.
I pretty much drank anything that had caffeine. Energy drink, coffee, anything you could think of. When I got into Minnesota, I ended up puking my brains out.
Can't keep anything down. I got the swine flu. Too much now. Drink all that energy, eating. Just all catching up to me. Body just rejecting.
Here we are, park number 15, the Metrodome. 15 down, 15 left.
Halfway.
Halfway. It's a good thing this park is domed because it's pouring outside right now.
Look at the bags in there. Give the dome dog a shot here.
I hope you throw up right now.
Delicious, huh?
Metrodome was pretty weak. It was just what I expected. It's old. They're building a new stadium, so you got to cut them some slack. But let's get the hell out of here. Get to Milwaukee.
Pedro had been looking forward to Milwaukee. It was his birthday, and his girlfriend Crystal was flying out to help us celebrate.
Fire Island, up close and personal.
to.
You're so tan.
I was, kind of getting homesick, and to see her face just totally brightened up my day.
She treated us all to a room at a nice hotel.
Hi, Ann. How are the boys? Good. So, are they being hey? I promised John I wouldn't call, so I'm in the elevator calling. Are they being good for you?
Happy birthday to you and many more. Come on. Yay.
Before the ballpark, we made a quick pit stop for some Scotch eggs.
Scotch eggs, a hard-boiled egg, wrapped in sausage, and then deep fried.
Eat them with your hands?
Yeah.
Made another quick stop for a butter burger.
I just ordered the butter burger. Really looking forward to it here. Kind of hungry. Didn't eat much today.
What is that right there?
That's cheese.
There's 4 burgers on there.
That's butter.
No, that's 2. Oh,
That's
No,
butter.
that's 2. Oh, that's butter.
That's butter.
Jesus.
It went straight to my heart.
Literally makes me feel drunk.
And then finally got to Miller Park, where we got one of their famous bratwursts.
We had to get the bratwurst with the stadium secret sauce. Give it a try.
Doing okay? Can't do it.
Gotta take a break.
How are you feeling?
Feel like
Yeah, I feel like I woke up the other night with chest pains. Did I tell you that?
Yeah, I think you did. Yeah.
I was honest, I was scared.
Yeah, it races real quick.
It was
I get
racing,
that, yeah.
and I couldn't move because my chest
It's
was
tough. It's scary. What do you do?
Yeah,
I think its left arm goes numb. That's how you'll know right away. Left arm goes numb. I think.
Yeah, it is left arm.
Sounds about right.
Okay. It's time for bed.
Nice morning.
Today we were headed back to Chicago, where we'd first drop off Crystal at the airport.
Pedro's like, is he crying? Pedro's crying. So what happened?
No, we said our goodbyes. Give her a kiss and a hug. I love Crystal. Yeah, I'll see her soon.
Then head to the north side of the city, to a little town called Wrigleyville.
Continue 0.2 miles. Then turn left on West Grace Street.
Program and a scorecard.
The Cubs won today, but the World Series? Not since 1908. Some people blame it on the curse of the Billy Goat.
Going in the Wrigley building here, trying to find out the Billy Goat Tavern. Oh wait, Billy Goat Tavern, world famous. World famous Billy Goat Tavern Grill. Doesn't hear it that well. See if we get the word on the famous Billy Goat.
This is the famous Billy Goat Tavern, or infamous Billy Goat Tavern, because this is the shrine to the curse of the Chicago Cubs. In 1945, The Cubs were cursed because P.K. Wrigley, owner of the Wrigley Chunk Empire, owner of Wrigley Field, and the Cubs, tossed out the owner of this establishment for bringing a goat to the ballpark.
Mr. William Slanis, he found a goat in the street, a small baby goat. And he kept it, and he had it, and he brought it to the restaurant, and he will start known as Billy Goat. Everybody call him Billy Goat.
William Sianis was thrown out of the ballpark, goes back to his bar in Madison, that was the original location, and devises his clever revenge with a 3-word telegram that says, "Who stinks now?" And he sent that to P.K. Wrigley, and that's how it started. And despite all the many changes over the years, the curse is still firmly entrenched.
And it's actually the only curse left for the Major League. We would love to see the curse left up, but that's the legacy of the goats.
We're at Comerica Park in Detroit, Michigan, the one and only. And we're doing some tailgating before the game versus the Indians. Ooh. Yeah. Baseball is very, very big in Detroit. Just a tradition that everyone grows up going to the Tiger games.
We're here, just to support the team, and people are going to come out, win or lose, and buy tickets, fill the stadium, and have a good time.
Before you guys leave, you got to roll down the street to check out the remains of Old Tiger Stadium. There's a lot of good memories down there, and Comerica's great, but a lot of people hated to see the old stadium go. And it's nice they kept part of it up, but I don't think it'll be up for long. So check it out while it's here.
Down there?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Wow, look at that.
It really is like gone.
Jeez.
This is neat. Hunting.
Which is amazing to see what was. I mean, Ty Cobb played on that field.
There is a father and daughter just kind of walking around the perimeter along the fence, and I could see that he was pointing out things to her.
Well, this is Tiger Stadium, man. Detroit, Michigan. This is Trumbull right here. They call it the famous corner Trumbull, and Michigan is right here, so it's Michigan and Trumbull. Used to be called Brooks Field. Brooks Lumber is right across there. It means a lot. I stayed 2 miles away from here. Like 2 miles away from here. Our neighborhood is right over there, southwest Detroit, and that is part of our neighborhood. And it's a part of our culture and history and upbringing. My daughter, she has to know what I did, where she came from, where her dad came from. I remember one time, me and my friends, it wasn't a opening day, but back when Cecil Fielder played for the Tigers, he hit the longest shot over the whole roof, and we missed it because I was talking. And I felt so bad, and my friends are still mad at me to this day. But it happened. But it's just very unfortunate that, it's just about gone now, and a lot of fond memories, and no more history. That's how it is. That's how it is.
I don't even think it was 2 months later they brought the respite down for good.
The ballparks around the Great Lakes were in our rearview mirror, and we were finally headed down south to sunny skies and warmer temps.
we're at Turner Field right now. It's a Sunday game at Bark in the Park. Bark in the Park is where Turner Field is allowing people to bring their dogs to the stadium. The dogs get to come in and enjoy the game too. I just really enjoy baseball. There's nothing like it. Having a beer and a hot dog, or just coming out here with your friends and enjoying the game. It's kind of my sanctuary. This is my home. This is my home.
What do you want to do?
Can I have a number 6, please?
Whoa, it's a medium?
No one can drink that. If you
Grab it.
Two of my good friends, their parents own a condo literally like 10 minutes from Tropicana Field. And so, you know, they gave us the key and they said, you know, have a good time. So we're like, awesome.
Ooh, I wanna take me to Batoka Vista. Ooh, 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 Batoka, Batoka.
I'm gonna take a shower, put some clothes in the laundry, and I'm gonna go sit by the pool. Sweet.
This is our fortress of solitude. Superman goes to the North Pole. We go to St. Pete's, Florida. The Babe Magnet. Pina colada. Really can't beat it. You know, the trip just gets better and better. I gotta think some things over. Why am I living at the corner of 9th and Federal next to a cheesesteak house? I mean, why do I do it?
Before it was cool to be a Rays fan. I've been a Rays fan. What I like about baseball is the history and the nostalgia that it brings up every time you go to the ball game. I think Tropicana Field is a smart thing. I know why people don't like domes, and I get that. At the same time, we've never had a rain out. We never had a game that I drove all the way out here, because you got to understand, this is the Tampa Bay Rays, but we're in St. Petersburg right now. As a matter of fact, where I live is about 30, 40 minutes away. So to be able to drive to a ball game and know that I'm going to see a ball game every single night, that's actually really important to me.
We only had 10 ballparks left, but 12,000 miles to drive. So tonight we'd relax.
We've had very good feelings and good luck on this trip and just finding things. And something about this place, just cool atmosphere, enjoy some good food, you know, a nice meal instead of the ballpark stuff, and go for that, and cheers. Tampa was just a mini vacation for us. It was just what we needed.
Yo, Joe, we gotta get going. Yo, Joe, you wanna take a shower?
Oh.
You're out. It's 5:45. I don't know if you wanna take a shower or not.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. What time is it?
5:45.
Oh, wow. So much for the 5:30.
Yeah, I know.
We are leaving the condo in Tampa, off to Miami, 5-hour drive. Marlins and Reds tonight. I'm just going to pack up the car. Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Alright, so these two dorks are at it again. Yesterday was the matching black shirts and shorts. Today's matching Hawaiian shirts and shorts.
Yo! What's the deal? I'm bronzed out. I got my Hawaiian shirt on the way to Miami.
They put on waiters like a fashion show. Won't
Cinco de Mayo.
Couldn't have planned it better, huh?
Miami on Cinco de Mayo?
Yeah.
Rock on.
Just left the Marlins game, stayed a little later than we thought. Off to South Beach, check it out. Got the Bambino behind us. Rocking and rolling.
TJ wanted to treat us to a night on South Beach before we headed west. We had no objections.
There's no guarantees in South Beach. They literally might not make it out. Yeah, we're going to get the best mojitos you'll ever have.
I've seen Miami Vice, you know, I've played the role, but it's mojito time.
You could beat a man with that sugar cane.
I will go for that one. Dude, you remind me of Mark Wahlberg's brother.
Donnie?
Donnie Wahlberg.
That's what everybody says Mark Wahlberg, not Donnie, but...
From Iowa to Wisconsin to the freezing cold nights in Chicago and with South Beach.
How you feeling?
I feel good. I think I drove till about 5:30ish, and then I slept for a couple hours, but I feel refreshed. It's pretty good sleep. Yeah, I feel good.
The park I really like because we used to play in the Dome, the Astrodome, and that wasn't a ballpark. You know, it was a football stadium, and it was cool because it was the first Dome stadium. And it was really sweet, but it didn't feel like a baseball park. You know, this kind of does. It's smaller, more intimate, and it's just a fun time. You know, come out for 9 innings, hang out with your family, your Pumas. We started this group last year. We're just, you know, fans of the team, fans of Lance Bergman, so we're the Little Pumas. Every game we're here. No matter how bad we're doing, no matter how bad he's doing, but it's just a fun time. So I hear one of y'all guys is gonna be suiting up.
All right.
Yeah, you ready to go?
Suit me up. All right, here at Minute Maid Park in Houston with my foot-long chili cheese hot dog. Wow, and I'm not really looking forward to this. I've been eating a lot of foot-long hot dogs on the trip. Why stop now? Here we go. What a cheese. It has been very rough, and I don't imagine it's going to get any better. I'm not looking forward to tonight. Can't take much more of this.
We have one day and half a country to drive before our next game, so we can't mess around.
You're filled with diesel, like a man.
I'll be back.
Yeah, do what you gotta do. Dude, that's really scary. I wouldn't go in there.
Travis is braver than I am.
Or not as bright as you are. Dude, I'm telling you right now. Dude with the chainsaw walks out. We're crazy. Yeah, I can't even describe it. It's true paradise here. We actually were in Los Angeles for a couple days.
And we'd stay with Carrie, my best friend from home and moved to LA for school. And Tom flew out to go to some games with us. The three of us go way back. Remember that kindergarten picture of Tom and I? Well, there's Carrie.
Stick your nose in there.
Do I want to?
Yeah.
It's really bad.
So after our 23-hour overnight drive and stop to pick up Tom, we finally headed for Chavez Ravine.
We wanted to get a nice wide shot of the stadium, but because it sits in a ravine, we had to go up and we went up this hill.
I saw one show on the Discovery Channel about the crazy the killer ants in Africa. Oh, those are scary. If you leave your baby alone, they would drag it away and eat it. You know, that's how crazy they are.
Oh, that's gonna be a kick-ass view if we get up there.
Let's go.
We got the stadium and that shit.
Walk up.
We go up to the top of the hill. There's these kids over there playing around, and they have a wiffle ball and a bat and having a birthday party.
We saw a 3-hit complete game shutout by Eric Stoltz today for LA. Pitched a gem. You know, can't beat it. You know, as a baseball guy, you gotta love it. Okay, good morning here from. What is going on? Good morning here from Los Angeles.
Day 2 in Los Angeles.
It's May 10th.
We were about to embark today to see the Anaheim Angels.
We got a call from a guy named Jay yesterday. Works at Tailgate magazine.
This guy's hooking us all up for food, beers, everything.
He said go to the Big A parking lot in Anaheim. So look for the big yellow school bus.
Gonna stuff myself with hot dogs and burgers and stuff.
Should be cool.
These bags under my eyes look terrible. What's happening to me? All right, that's enough. Come on.
I look for a big school bus.
Okay, there's a big A. School bus, left.
I like it. I think it's going to be a good time. We got 2 hours to throw down here. Ready to rock.
Welcome to sunny California. We're in the ultimate tailgate party bus right now. Found out 30 ballparks in 30 days was going to be in town and decided, man, this is a ultimate excuse for a tailgate party. We're going to do some steak fajitas and some chicken fajitas, a little Southern Cal tradition. Tailgating under the Big A, there's nothing like it, man.
Cheers. Anaheim.
Well, today you guys are in Anaheim, California to see the Angels take on the Kansas City Royals.
I've been coming here since probably early 70s, 71, 72, so it's completely different. The Big A used to be inside the park. They moved it out.
At nighttime and we win a game, the halo lights up. They could just look and say, hey, the Angels won, woo!
We explored the park, ate some nachos. Then for dinner, Carrie took us to a farmer's market.
Look at the size of this grapefruit. Wow. Look at the size of it. You like grapefruit? I love grapefruit. I hate it. I love it. It's the worst thing I've ever had in my life.
That night, we rested up because in our next 6 days, we'll be driving almost 5,000 miles.
Parking ticket. $78.
Yeah, you guys could fit here. You'll be fine. You're lucky you didn't get towed, actually. Really lucky because my car got towed.
Son of a...
After 24 days and countless emails, it was in Phoenix when our path finally crossed with Bob's.
I was chatting with my buddy Mike online today, and he goes, "How do you get the energy to do this?" I said, "Because I'm going with the 30 ballparks in 30 days, guys." He said, "That's the energy to get me there to hang out and swap stories, and we probably want to watch any of the game, but we got tickets in the all-you-can-eat section. We're in the club area, and we can go eat, and then we can walk around, and you guys do what you guys do, and this ain't about seeing the game. This is about just enjoying hanging out, and it's really the people as you go along and having those funny little experiences like you guys had with the wiffle ball or Joey wearing the Puma suit. It's seeing parts of the country, meeting people from all over the country, and it's not really the ball games anymore. It's not the ballpark. It's the experiences.
It's funny because we set out on the trip to see the ballparks. I mean, it did start out about the ballparks, but you know, somewhere along the way, it kind of shifted a little bit, and it became more about the journey.
That just really opened up our eyes to what this trip was all about.
Yeah, have fun driving tomorrow because there's nothing.
Freezing. It's freezing cold. We just came from 105. Now I'm freezing my ass off. It says 47. Gotta freshen it up in here. It's really easy to look good. I mean, anybody can do it. Never Travis, he hasn't brushed his teeth in 3 days. Get rid of that. All right, we're here in Denver, Colorado, Rockies Park here, Coors Field, and we're with the famous Rocky Mountain oysters. And nothing about them are Rocky Mountain or oyster. They are actually cow or bull scrotum.
Ew.
Yeah.
Scrotum.
Ew.
That's balls.
Yeah. Balls, scrotum.
Oh, I'm not going to be able to eat that.
So we're
Dude,
here.
you like it.
Whatever it takes.
All right, you want to do it?
Alright, dip it in the sauce. It'll be easier on you.
It's okay. We'll just might as well let it rip.
Man. It's a
Whatever it
monster.
takes.
Oh, it's a big bite, too.
Oh, this is Joe.
Probably tastes what a scrotum will taste like.
Is that semen?
Ew, oh my god.
Oh, Jesus.
Phil.
That's a fight.
I'm gonna throw up.
Oh. Cubs.
Oh yeah, the whole thing.
That's a ton.
Bon appetit.
What's going on, guys?
How you doing?
How you doing? Well.
What
are you guys taping?
Want a
Bull balls.
Bull balls.
Would you like one?
You got one?
I'm good.
They were pretty tasty. I like them.
All right, 26 done. 4 left to go.
Tonight will be the most grueling drive of the trip.
We need to be in San Francisco for a 12:40 game tomorrow.
do the math. It's going to put us there past the start of the game.
This is like it. This is this makes or breaks the trip. Pedro's going to hold down the fort here on the way. I'll probably take over through the night. Amp it out, whatever we got to do.
It's going to be a rough night. I think it'll be exciting.
Well, we're on, sorry, we're on, I think, I-80 going west. We're out of gas. I think we're running on fumes. We tried to go to a gas station about 15 miles back and it was closed or closed down, one of the two. We're heading down to another one. We're like 12 miles away. Hopefully we can make it. It sucks. Sounds like the worst thing that can happen.
In 1.1 miles, exit right.
It smells like it's home.
Arriving at destination on right.
Is it open? No, it's not open. Stupid. The gas? Can we still use the gas? No. You can't?
The cashier has to hit a button inside.
Yeah, here. Let me get it out. We gotta try.
Hang on, still. Yeah, exactly. What? The cashier has to do something. Thank God. Turn the car off. Thank God, dude. Shit.
Tom took a train up from LA to meet us at the ballpark. He'd been waiting for us for a long time, and when we got there, he told us the game was in the 9th inning.
We didn't know, so I sprinted.
Good job.
Turns out the game was only in the 6th inning, so Tom made me run for nothing.
I told him to get in shape before this trip.
Travis, I will give you mouth
Put
to
your hands
mouth.
up. Put your hands up. Come on.
Can't beat it. We weren't here that long, got here a little late, but unbelievable park.
That drive that we had dreaded for so long had come and gone, and we had conquered it.
We drove about 1,200 miles overnight, and we had a doubleheader that day in San Fran, and then that night in Oakland.
We're here in Oakland. We're going to go see the A's play. They're playing Kansas City tonight. This is my son, Matt.
Your favorite team? Why do you like the A's?
Because I like them and they're better than any, like, Giants. I don't like them. They're ugly.
I'm just trying to get him to enjoy the game and come out here and learn what baseball's all about. Now, this park's a little bit older than some of the older parks, but I tell you, the fans here in Oakland are a lot better than some of the other places. It's not a corporate structure. They're here to watch baseball, and they don't care where it is. So it's a lot of fun. All right, bud, let's go play some catch. Huh?
Where's Pedro?
Fire Island.
Dude, those are big. Those are big. That's awesome. Great picture.
After driving 1,200 miles in like 20 hours, we were so tired, especially because, you know, we had the San Francisco game and then the Oakland game back to back like that. That was kind of ridiculous.
Look at this. I'm back in action.
Finally got a shower today. Felt so good to be able to take a shower.
I don't know, we're in San Fran, we're gonna see some stupid seals.
I'm pretty tired. I really miss my girlfriend.
So let's go, whatever it takes. 2 parks left. We're ready to rock. Out.
Socks look ridiculous.
They're my running socks.
What time you don't run? I did yesterday.
Yeah, should have them on.
Oh, watermelon slice. What does it smell like? Watermelon.
From San Fran, we were headed 14 hours north, a by-5 to the Pacific Northwest.
Dude, you gotta take a shower. You're gonna stink.
They have your own shot glass here you get, and they already have an oyster and cocktail sauce built in there.
Oh, God. It's
First row oyster.
Not bad.
I'll tell you what, though, they're better than Rocky Mountain oysters.
Before the game, we met up with Craig, the founder of BallParkChasers.com.
Each park is so unique. I've had the pleasure of seeing about half of the current parks right now. Each one has its own atmosphere.
It's the total experience. It's not just the ball game. I keep telling my wife the ball game is almost secondary to the experience of meeting people at the ball game, the foods, everything, the beers, just the whole local flavors from around the country. No 2 ballparks are the same. I mean, there's a lot of them that are similar, but none of them are the same.
What is it you think chasing ballparks? Something there that it obviously attracts people.
Yeah, that's a great question, and I would say each person kind of has their own reason to do that. For me, it's just really the love of the game and love of the stadiums.
If I could have my pick of any ballpark to be at, it would be bleacher seats at Wrigley Field. I mean, it's just so much energy, so much excitement. There's something almost hair-raising, especially at Wrigley. It is a religious experience, most definitely.
We had just finished watching a game in Seattle, and I think that's when it all hit us that, like, we have 1 game left.
Ballpark number 30 was, on the horizon, and it was kind of like seeing the light at the end of the tunnel.
All we had was about a 23-hour drive to go, and we would be there in San Diego.
I'm not sure when it happened or where it happened, but moving had become our norm. And somewhere along the way, the road had become our home. We made a quick pit stop back in San Fran to pick up Tom, then headed on down south for San Diego.
I think the adrenaline was just pumping through my body, and I was just, so excited. I didn't feel tired at all. I felt like, I could go another 30 days, do it all over again.
It was just so exciting that I don't care how tired I was ready for anything.
It's Bob. Today's the day. Enjoy. We got to Petco Park and we're walking up to the ballpark. I see, a group of people waiting there, and I saw Carrie, but then I also see my dad and I see my brother. To actually have them there, for it to be a surprise, that was awesome.
Dad, why did you come to San Diego today?
I thought it would be neat to be here for the end of this big journey that you're on. And it was the end. And it came so fast. It seems like it just started, and just wanted to be here at the end.
30 down. How many to go?
0.
0 to go? Is that right? Until next year, yeah. Minor league ballparks next year. I don't know how we did it. I really have no idea. I don't even know if we could do it again.
Loving it. It's perfect weather and gorgeous.
It's a beautiful day, and there was no better place to end it than San Diego.
Joey, Travis, and I, we're all good friends. We really got to know each other on this trip.
We had driven 19,000 miles or so, crossed 35 to 40-ish state borders, saw a game in all 30 major league ballparks.
When I kind of put the whole trip in perspective, how we pulled it off, I really don't even know. To say luck was on our side is probably an understatement.
It doesn't seem possible, but it is.
So after all that driving, we still had to get the Bambino back to Philadelphia.
Pedro had taken a flight home that night, so it was up to Joey and I to get her back.
This is what baseball's like in the desert.
So get a hat?
Good morning. Getting close, huh? Oh, the ballpark over there? That's it. That's the ballpark. Where it started.
We started the trip for the ballparks and because we love baseball. And that'll always be the reason why we did the trip. But the people we met along the way, the places we saw, and the quirky little things that we experienced will always be the reasons why we remember it. Bob was right.
It's really the people as you go along and having those funny little experiences. It's seeing parts of the country, meeting people from all over the country, and it's not really the ball games anymore. It's not the ballpark, it's the experiences.
You know, the whole time we were on this trip, we would see these different cities. And we would think to ourselves, why am I just holding myself back to just Philadelphia and living there when there's places like San Diego and beautiful places like Miami and just paradises out there? But I couldn't tell you the feeling when I made it back to Philadelphia, that this was home. I'm back. I can't believe I'm taking a picture of Gino.
What the hell are you doing?
I don't know.
You live there.
I know. I live right there. I live right there and I'm taking pictures of Gino's. I'm back, baby. Ooh, nice and hot. Feels so good. I hate this apartment and it feels so good. It's just a good feeling. It's a good feeling to know you're home. Know you're home.
There's a great quote by T.S. Eliot, and he said, "And at the end of all your exploring will be to arrive where you started and to know it for the first time."
I put on around 10 pounds, and for some reason it all went to my neck.
Probably gained close to like 12 or 15 pounds maybe. I should have weighed myself.
When the trip was over, I actually ended up gaining 12 pounds.
I felt like my neck got fat, everything else was fine, but my neck got really fat. I don't know how that works. We are young men, and we're not the greatest at cleaning up.
A wreck doesn't really give it justice.
Febreze and air freshener, it was pretty much disgusting in that van 24/7. I feel sorry for that van.
It's amazing too how pee knows like you're close to home, no matter what. Completely fine, completely fine. Now I'm like holding my breath. Oh, you thought I was gone? You thought I was gone? I'm not gone. I'm still here. Out.